Hello! Welcome. I said I was gonna get one of these recordings out this week, and I almost was made a liar. But now I'm here, so you can't call me a liar. That's the agreement that we have, okay? I hope you had a wonderful week. I know that my week was very busy, but now it's almost done, the weekend's almost here, and it already feels sort of like I'm relaxing a little bit more. Gosh, work sometimes just kicks your butt, right? I have a confession. I admit that when I feel really like, oh, one of the things I like to do is I like to go to Reddit, and there's a subreddit there called anti-work. And it's like, I read that to help me go, oh, well, you know, my work's not that bad. It's sort of sad, but also can infuriate you a lot because some of the stories there are ridiculous. You start to wonder if people who get in a position of power, like supervisors and stuff, forget that everybody that works for them is a normal human being. Like, I don't know. Either that or some people who get in that role are just built different. I know that there are people who are workaholics. I sometimes can fall in that category, but I'm empathetic. I've had to manage people before, and I've never been like, no, give up your humanity to work. That's your life now, you know? Maybe that means I wasn't great for the company. Anyways, it's crazy what you read about though in those situations, like people having loved ones passed away and not being allowed leave to go to the funeral. Or another one was someone was pregnant and they expected her to go back to work like 4 days after giving birth. And I'm gonna be like, what? Like, you don't have to experience pregnancy or give birth to realize that pushing a human being through your, through your veve. I can't believe I just said baby. Anyways, giving birth must be really rough on the body. I don't know. I'm not a scientist or a nurse or a doctor or a health expert, but I don't feel like you have to be to realize that maybe they're gonna need more than 4 days. Just a guess. But yeah. So if you ever want to, I do recommend going to that subreddit if you want to sort of commiserate with fellow individuals who have shitty work environments and stories, or to make yourself feel better about your job, like me. But yeah. But hello. I wasn't planning on talking about like work, so I was gonna talk about gacha games, but maybe we'll just talk about work and save the gacha for later. It's like RNG, we haven't pulled the 5-star gacha game conversation yet. But yeah, and I'm doing this recording live. I'm not really gonna edit it too much because I like doing it in one shot. It's more of a natural feel between you and me. So, and we have Landlord here, just as a little guest, just hanging out. Isn't Landlord adorable? Landlord was made by LuckCapsule on Twitter. I'll put a link to her in the video because she did a great job. She also did some Dargans that I have now. So, Landlord is so squishy. But yeah, I also wanted to let you know that I have officially made a VOD channel. I'll put a link in the description. I no longer am gonna post raw. I'm not gonna post long, difficult, raw VODs to this channel. They didn't, I felt like they cluttered the channel. I might keep the VODs that are already on here in this channel just because they're already here. It'd be really hard to like move them, at least for me, they'd be hard. And so I'll just probably make an archive and shove them all in there. I want to keep this channel mostly for these type of videos. We just chat, highlight videos once in a while. Shorts, things like that. So I'm sure you understand because I want this to be more interactive, more bite-sized morsels and things like that outside of my streams, because that's where you got to come to experience the real thing, right? You got to go to my stream on Twitch, unless eventually Twitch drives me out with their changes. Who knows? No, I plan on staying on Twitch a long time as long as they don't do crazy stuff. Did you hear that got rid of hosting, or they are going to very soon? Oh my gosh. Reading the opinions and everything has been a wild ride. On one hand, you have a lot of small content streamers and larger ones complaining because they like the hosting feature. I know I'm I'm sort of neutral. I don't care a ton about the feature, but I feel getting rid of it is unnecessary. It was a useful feature. I did appreciate when I didn't want to stream, but maybe I was collabing, I could just host one of my collab partner streams and guide my viewer base to that stream. And that was really useful. And most of my viewers, if they see that I'm hosting, it was more like a way for them to see, oh, look, she's hosting this person. They must be interesting. I'll go check them out. And then they use that to go to that person's stream. And that was really useful. But if I don't get to host, then I don't know how they would do that, you know? I guess I'd have to advertise more outside of Twitch, but that sort of defeats the purpose. Not everybody on Twitch is gonna go to Twitter or another place to find out what I'm doing, or my Discord, you know? But then I read an interesting point from Seelie, the creator of SerieBot, who said that hosting actually was a way to coordinate hate raids too, though. They said that they've caught instances where hosting would be used to organize and gather people to do like hate raids and everything. So, but I don't view that as a hosting problem. I view that as a Twitch problem. Twitch has always had problems with hate raids and bots and things. And I like to believe that they're trying to get better about it, but I don't know. I can't really say from my point of view. I got hate raided once. And I don't even know if it was a hate raid or just a troll raid. I guess they're sort of the same thing in a way. Hate raids, though, tend to be really nasty. Troll raids are more like, okay. But I lucked out because I had SerieBot in my chat, and SerieBot destroyed them. My viewers and I actually sort of had a fun time watching her just nuke everybody. Every time somebody followed part of this like hate raid or whatever, they were immediately banned, and they didn't even get a chance to say anything. It was pretty crazy. Although I don't know if they would have been able to say anything anyways, because I have some settings that make it that new accounts and certain parameters, if they don't have that, they can't chat. But I didn't want to make those too strict though, because I want new people who are new to Twitch and stuff to be able to interact with me. So it's a hard balance, you know. We're already way off topic. See, you're getting a small morsel of what my streams are like too, because I'm very easily distracted and we like to chat a lot. My mod Ilfric likes to make fun of me because I'll put up that we're gonna play a game, but I like to do like a hangout right before I play the game. I like to chat, say hi to everybody, see how they're doing, let everybody get their redeems out of the way, because we always have to do some crazy redeems, and sometimes that takes a while. But I'm not streaming so you can watch me play video games like super seriously. I'm streaming so I can hang out with all of you, and you know, games is just an easy way to hang out, and I like games. But if you want to talk to me, well then, I love talking. I love talking. That's why I recorded myself talking right now. But yeah, so yeah, that was the interesting things I noticed about the Twitch hosting and that sort of change. I don't feel like I don't think they'll roll back. I don't remember the last time Twitch rolled back a decision they made. I know that they tried some beta testing that was not cool and they didn't go through with it, but that's not the same thing as making a decision to take something away and then deciding not to. But I don't have the greatest memory in the world for that. It's sort of scary sometimes as a content creator, especially a smaller content creator like myself, because if you're a larger content creator and you're on Twitch, you always do have the option of going to YouTube if something were to happen. And yes, it would still affect your numbers because not everybody on Twitch is going to follow you to YouTube. But when you're a bigger content creator, the move is less jarring than if you're a smaller content creator, because you don't have that base, the numbers to help like cushion the transition and things like that. They still would get hit. It would still affect them and stuff. So I'm not saying that it wouldn't. I'm just saying that they already have a large base, being a big streamer, you know, because usually that correlates to some of their other places too. They probably already have a big following on YouTube started, or on Twitter or TikTok or something like that. So it's a little bit easier to switch if you needed to. But yeah, it would still hit them financially, and it would be a big bother. But for smaller content creators, it's scarier because you don't have that base to go with you necessarily. You have your loyal followers and people who hang out with you a lot, and they'll probably follow you over, but it's, you know, if you're averaging 20 people a stream and then you're like, I'm going to have to switch to YouTube because of these changes, you'll probably be lucky if you even take half of those with you, you know? But so it's sort of scary in that regards, because you hear about, you know, financially. I've watched videos. I try not to watch too many clickbait videos. I try to watch from content creators that sort of know what they're talking about. But even content creators who know what they're talking about can sort of sensationalize changes. But it's sort of scary when you watch videos and they're talking about, oh, you know, in like a year or two, Twitch is, you know, this is the business model they've been following now that they're connected to Amazon. So they're probably going to run Twitch into the ground to get as much money as possible while cutting as much content as possible so they can get all the money that they can and then basically nuke it and leave their content creators high and dry. And I'm like, that doesn't Twitch make money? And it's always up to debate and stuff. I've heard rumors that they want to crash Twitch and then Amazon wants to start like their own new rebranded Twitch, or that it's not profitable anymore. So, you know, but who knows? You know, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people who can look at the numbers and know, but you never know. I've seen people make very good presentations and they sound like they know what they're talking about, and then they're completely wrong in a few months. And then you see some people who are making crazy claims and you're like, that can't happen. And then it happens. That's the world we're living in. It's just full of crazy and chaos. But yeah, I enjoy Twitch a lot. I think my favorite part about Twitch is just I get to interact with the silly redeems and everything. But if I ever had to switch to YouTube to stream, I mean, I'd be bummed because I've worked hard on Twitch, but I wouldn't be like super crazy sad about it. I would miss the droplet redeems that I have and some of the fun little morsels that Twitch has incorporated. But who knows? YouTube maybe will eventually get to that point, or you have to change things up. I do like how YouTube, and on one hand though, the fact that YouTube doesn't have viewership droplets sort of supports like watching the streamer for the content that they're giving you on the fly, as opposed to doing a bunch of distractions and silly redeems. I don't know, but I like that stuff too. So, but I could see pros and cons for both. Like doing this video, I love YouTube. That's why I started a YouTube video, because actually most of my streamer binge watching comes from YouTube, because I really like some of the big content creators here, and I found a lot of cute small ones too, and I like watching them. Of course, my favorite YouTuber is Ironmouth, so that's what inspired me to start off Twitch right away. But I do enjoy watching Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and, you know, individuals like that who primarily are YouTube. But also Cox and Crendor, their animated shorts and memes, Maxor. And last night we watched videos and we watched Just Game It Out. He's really funny. Hunky for Brecky. If you don't know what that's from, you need to go to Let's Game It Out and sift through all of his VODs until you find that reference, okay? I guess we're not going to talk about gacha games this time. I lied. I'm so sorry. I lied. We'll talk about that another time, because I've just been talking about streaming stuff now. That's another thing that's hard about streaming, is thinking of like, what are you going to do next? You know, because it's a balance. We have to balance between, do I want to do what I want to do, or do I want to do what I think my viewers want me to do? And I'm a firm believer that you should mostly do what you want to do. You don't want to get burned out. You don't want to roll your eyes and go, oh, I guess I'm doing this. Luckily, I've never had that feeling. I've been tired, but I love to stream and interact. But I definitely have talked to others who get burnout. And I think part of the problem is they worry too much about like what is trending, what is going on. It's important to know the trends. You always want to educate yourself and know what's going on, but it's a balance, you know? If you're playing a game that's trending, well, one, you'll get lumped in with everybody else who's playing that game, so you might not get like great interaction to begin with. And then 2, they can tell if you're not really enjoying it, you know? Even if you're a really good actor. But, so it's a balance. That's probably why I play a lot of games on my streams, because that's my favorite thing to do is play games. But then I also really like chatting. I would probably do more just chatting streams in the future once my throat recovers. For those of you over here on YouTube who don't know, I do have problems with my throat. It doesn't affect my talking unless I get sick, but it's definitely a comfort thing. If I stress it out, then I get pain in my throat. I've been taking medication, so it's been getting better, but it's still something I just have to manage a little bit. So sometimes I really want to do just chatting streams, but I'm like, I probably should not, because then the next day my throat will feel like it's stabbing me and I don't want that. But that's fine, you know. Everybody's got their weird body nuances, and mine is just stabby throat. That's why I want to do a karaoke stream too, but I need to let my throat recover. I got COVID like 2 months ago, and that sucked. Oh my God. It just sucked because anytime I get a sickness that deals with respiratory, it affects my throat the most and the worst. And my throat had been doing so well recovering because of my medication. And I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna be able to record, make another song, which I've been wanting to do. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a karaoke stream too. It'll be so much fun. And then I got COVID and it exacerbated my throat. And then when I was slowly starting to recover, I got an upper respiratory infection. That was worse than COVID for me. That wiped me out for like an entire month. Thankfully, I still, right or wrong actually, I still streamed for the most part, because if I can stream and sort of baby my throat, I've also had some vocal training, so I sort of know how to use, I know how to use my throat, but I don't know, I probably was being a little bit rough on it, but it's okay, it's fine. You gotta do what you love, it's a balance. No pain, no gain. Yeah, and then after that, I got sick again, but I don't think it was a respiratory infection. My doctor said sometimes if you get COVID, you can think you've recovered from it, and then it can sort of like bubble over again, I guess. I don't know. COVID is so messed up. It's like you could have any symptom, it could have any pattern, and it could be worse, but it could be better, and who knows what variant you're getting. Just spin the wheel. Oh, but hopefully I don't get it again. I do not interact with the world very much outside of the internet, so hopefully I stay away from it, because, oh my God. I'm just glad I was vaccinated, because I can't imagine not being vaccinated, how bad it would have been. I already am immune compromised, so I avoid anything that's potentially like new, like the plague. Not that I go out and purposely try to get sick and catch the things that aren't like the plague, but it's scary when you don't exactly know the long-term repercussions of something. And, you know, I'm not crazy immune compromised, but things with encapsulated bacteria, which isn't COVID, thankfully, but things like that wipe me out. And usually I have to go in and get treated right away. Anything that can potentially give me an infection too. Those are all things that my body is not very well equipped to handle. But I have never been super sick for a while, so it's fine. I never want to, when I say that, everybody immediately is like, oh my God, assume the worst. It's like, no. I've been living this. It's not that bad. It's honestly fine. There are way more people out there with worse things than me. And this is just something I have to be aware of. And I'm educated and on my own thing that I have. And it's been fine. It's always been fine. So I've only had like 2 close calls, and one of those was actually the result of a surgery I had to treat a symptom. Aren't I being vague? I'm being so fucking vague. I got pancreatitis. So I'll tell you the story. You know what? This is gonna be a random let's talk about everything stream, I guess. So I'll tell you my little story. I'm not gonna go, but I had to get a procedure done because I was having symptoms of something more serious. And it's all indirectly connected to the medical thing I have. But anyways, the procedure gave me pancreatitis, and they're like, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance that you could get pancreatitis. And I won that gacha. Huzzah! Oh, I just remember being in pain when I woke up and they're like, that's normal. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay. And then I went, and then at home, I was like, I'm still in pain. But they said, you know, I'll be sore. It'll be hurting for a while. And then I remember I could not sleep. I was in so much pain. And I've always viewed myself as very pain tolerant. I know whenever somebody says that, the people will roll their eyes sometimes like, oh, sure. But I feel like I am pretty pain tolerant. And then the next day, I was in so much pain. I was like writhing on the ground, literally just because I was in agony. And it wasn't until I threw up blood. That's fun, by the way. I threw up blood that they were like, oh, you know, you should go to the hospital right away. Oh my gosh. It was scary. Apparently it was a close call. They couldn't, whatever machine they used to measure how bad the enzymes or whatever it is in your pancreas is, apparently the machine couldn't read it because it was too high. So I had to do it manually, which meant it took longer, but it was not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun when they're like, you should probably contact anybody close to you to come say hi to you. And it's like, ah! But it's all a blur now. I remember certain little things. But yeah, I don't even know how did I get this on TalkCon. Oh yeah, because I went on a tangent, as always. But anyways, that was my fun. That's one of my fun experiences I had. And all you do is laugh about it, right? I'm fine now, so I can just laugh about it. I don't plan on that ever happening again. I'm not gonna let anybody ever poke my pancreas ever again. But yeah. So we're talking about Twitch. I plan on staying on Twitch for a while, but as always, I'm gonna be trying to make videos and things to YouTube. Might not be able to push out content like every day. It's too difficult having a full-time job and then streaming and stuff. But definitely once a week, I want to put out a video like me where I'm just chatting. We can just hang out. I'll try to stay more on topic regularly for these. I'm bad at it. Feel free to let me know in the content if you hate the rambling and you'd like me to stay on topic more, and I'll work harder on it. I'm gonna work harder on it regardless, but feel free to give me feedback. Because when I stream, everybody says they don't mind my tangents, but that's different because it's streaming. It's not a video. But yeah, and I'm still posting to TikTok, but I would like to put more stuff out on YouTube though. Just, you know, because I do enjoy YouTube a lot and I like making videos, even if I'm not, and I can't edit very well, but I can record myself and edit me saying hello. Hello. So yeah, but until now, it's Twitch time. I recently celebrated 5K. That's pretty awesome. 5K followers. Holy crap. That makes me excited just for the future. I keep working, trying to keep brainstorming things just to build my community. I am really lucky that the community that I have is so nice and supportive. We're really chill too. I've had people come into the Discord and be like, wow, this Discord is sort of like, it's not crazy. It's relaxed. There's not like a ton of posting all the time. And I was like, yeah, that's good though. I don't want people to post garbage just to post, you know? No, it's fine. Nobody posts garbage. No, it's fine. But we're really chill, and that's what I really appreciate. I don't know. I like it. If it ever gets chaotic, though, I'll appreciate that too. I appreciate all levels. I appreciate chill. I appreciate chaos. As long as it's not spammy, annoying chaos, then I eat it. But yeah, my next goal for Twitch is going to be 10K. So in like 5 years. Hopefully everybody will forget about the body pillow thing. I promise for that. Yeah. Shit, I just recorded myself saying that. Don't tell anybody, okay? Don't remind people. If you're watching this and you go to Twitch, don't remind them, okay? Just let's between you and me. Between you and me. But yeah, so that is pretty much the gist of stuff I was talking about. I guess we'll talk about gacha stuff later. I'll build up my repertoire of gacha knowledge. Even though it'll be an opinion, so I guess I don't really need the cold hard facts, but it always helps to have those to back up an opinion. Get your facts ready too, okay? Oh, but I hope you're having a lovely week. Next week is going to be a little more chill for me. I did organize a big Sustember collab. It was originally just going to be 1 or 2 collabs with me, but I got so many interested replies that I ended up deciding I was going to be the organizer and organize as many collabs as I could so that every VTuber who was interested could be a part of one. Because I feel with VTubers and collaborations, that's the hardest thing, is to take that initial step to say hello to somebody new that you don't know, which makes sense. It could be really intimidating because you have some people who post on their Twitter who are like, if you don't know me, don't contact me, which I understand. Totally gonna understand it. If you don't know somebody, you don't necessarily want them asking you for a collab right off the bat. And those are the people that are like, I need to know you. We need to play games together first, and then we can collab maybe if we mesh. And I get that. I'm on the other side though. I don't have time to get to know everybody. I don't have time to play like a trial game. I barely have time to play my own personal games that I want to play. So I don't have time to like background check or take a trial with everybody that might want to collab. So I pretty much will go and just look at their content roughly and then be like, yeah, they seem fine, or I don't know. But anyways, I'm off topic once more. So we got about 117 VTubers. I got 400 replies, but I knew not all of those people would apply to a form. So I made a form, one in part to sort of weed out people, because there's a lot of people that get really excited and they'll reply, yeah, I'm interested, but then when you're like, okay, let's go, then they're not, which it's fine. So I had people fill out a form, and we got 117 forms. I don't know why I'm saying we, it's just me, but whatever, me, myself, and I. And then I had the fun task, it took me so long, of organizing all those people into an Among Us collab. I had to take into account their times that they said they could. The fact that some people didn't really know their times, so they put maybes, which was hard. And then if they wanted safer work or not safer work, or if they didn't care. With all of those in mind, I managed to get 9 groups together of VTubers. I had to have a handful of people couldn't do it. Understandably, stuff came up, or just the time wasn't working for them, which I get. You know, I had to sort of just guess and do my best. But I am happy to say we got 9 groups, so we have a little over 100 VTubers. It starts this Saturday. I will be in 2 of the collabs on Thursday, and not this Saturday, but next Saturday. But it's basically this Saturday all the way to next Saturday. Every day there will be a Among Us collab VTuber-wise, and it's really cool. I'm so happy. It was, it's scary for a lot of them because a lot of them don't know who they're grouped with, but I organized it, put it together, so they have their own little Discord to talk in. So hopefully that helps break the ice a little bit. And it's good to sometimes push yourself a little out of your comfort zone. So if you're watching this and you're a part of it, you'll got this, okay? It's good to push out of your comfort zone a little bit. That's how you grow as a person. So, or a mythical creature, or an anime girl, whatever you want to be. But I hope everybody has fun, and I'm excited for my own collabs. One of the collabs, I actually know most of the people in it. That just was chance because they happen. I mean, I guess it makes sense because they happen to be available when I tend to stream. And that's probably why I know them. But it'll be fun. And my Saturday group, I don't know them as well. So I'm really excited to get to know them. Yeah, if you go to my Twitter, the times are there. I made a Sustember post, and then I made a little promo card for every group that's going, and I organized it on the timeline. So the Saturday group, and then the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. The last Saturday, I believe there's 2 groups going. One at, oh God, like, I want to say 5 o'clock, and the other one at 10, but don't quote me. Or 5 and 7. No, it's 5 and 7, I think. It's hard to remember, but I think so. But yeah, that was really exciting. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy that I'm done with the organization process because that took up so much of my time. I have a few personal things that I wanted to work on. Like, I'm going to be drawing some new sub badges that I'm going to put on my coffee for free. I want to do that. I want to practice it because I might have a badge commission I'm going to be working on. But before I work on that, I'd rather do the free badges as practice before I work on something that somebody wants to actually pay me to make. So yeah, I want to do more things like that and little personal projects, but we're relaxing. Oh, and I almost forgot. I also am going to do a subathon at the end of September. I believe September 23rd is a Friday. So I'm going to start the subathon. I'm going to go 24 hours at least. And hopefully it'll be fun. The reason I'm doing it, I wasn't going to, but the reason I am is I did apply to get a 3D model done. I don't know if I'm going to get picked because it's not first come, first serve. But cross your fingers, your toes, and your tail, because if I did, that'd make me so excited. I've really wanted a 3D model so I could start doing VR content on streams. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But I am very particular about what I want it to look like, or sort of the quality, I guess. I don't want to say quality because it's a style choice, I believe. So I'm particular about the style that I want. So I would rather be patient and wait and not get picked and keep applying towards what I would like than settling, if that makes sense. But so cross your fingers and toes. Either way, I could do the subathon to help raise money towards the 3D model. If I don't get picked this round, then it'll be for the next time. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope. Last time I did a 24-hour stream was for a charity back on my birthday, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that this is the same. I have some rewards that I previewed on my 5K stream, but I will post those as it gets closer and things like that. I think I've rambled long enough about random crap. Let me impart you with one little tidbit. Are you ready? Jersey Mike's sandwiches are very good. I ordered one for lunch today, and it is very delicious. And when I'm done recording, I'm going to eat the other half of it. I asked for extra pickles. And if you don't like pickles, that's okay. I'll eat them for you. Anyways, I guess we'll wrap it up here. I'm sorry this one was a little bit rambly, but next time I'll try to stay more on target. I just had so much to ramble about, you know? Mostly, no, the topic of this was just Twitch stuff. Yeah, Twitch stuff. But thank you so much again for your support. I really appreciate it. Regardless if you're subscribed to me here on YouTube or you follow me over on Twitch, or if you do both, thank you so much. Or my TikToks or whatever. Literally anywhere means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. My dream is to eventually become a full-time content creator, and I'm going to keep working hard at it as I learn and keep taking steps forward, okay? But thank you so much. Next week, we're going to talk about gacha stuff, okay? It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. All right. Make sure you're hydrating, okay? And take care. Have a fun weekend, all right? Bye.
I got a fish on me, there's a fish on you. A fish in the stream and a fish go boo. Fishy slap my face, fishy lick my knee. Fishy on the brain and fishy hide from me.